Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Happy April. It is April. We are in the midst of spring. Doesn't really look like it right now the way I'm dressed. It's in the 40s right now. Actually pretty decent temperatures. There's no wind. Yay, because we've had a week of like crazy high winds. If it was windy right now, I would not be sitting here. Yeah, no winds, but no sun either. That would make a difference for sure. And actually, you could tell the lighting is not so great, but it is what it is. So for those of you who don't know, hello, I am Tasha. I'm owner of Butterfield Alpaca Ranch in Nebraska, and this is where I share with you my alpaca life. I am sitting here amongst my boys who are all just chilling out there. I have Oliver here and Epic behind him. I'm here among the hay. They're bales of hay in various, decay is not the right word, levels of uses. So you can see there's a full bale there, but there's like partial bales along here that they are still working on and cushion in, like Oliver. Like in the winter, this is what they do. They will cush around the bales. They eat, stuff falls on the ground, or these smaller ones here, it starts to spread out, but they like to cushion this area. It provides warmth in their bellies. It kind of, look at Oliver, how it kind of cradles him on the underside. And the underside is where they can feel the coolness in the winter, so it's good to have that covered up. Now in the summertime, we utilize that to cool them off. If you see me water down the girls and boys, those are the areas that I'm aiming for because they can really feel it. But in the wintertime, we want to cover that up so they don't get the cool air on them and they stay warmer. But yeah, this is pretty normal. We just called them in to count them, and they decided it is chill time. We're just going to relax. So I decided to come and sit amongst them and talk to you. And in today's video, I do have some footage of real life to show you, but I also have two announcements. The first announcement is I've started a YouTube community for this channel. It's kind of like Patreon. Same concept, where you have like a membership in it and you get access to extra content and bonuses and events and whatever I want to do. So I've created that on a platform called Circle. Not Patreon, but I've designed it to work exactly the same way. There will be a link for it down in the description box if you're interested in getting additional content. Because the thing is, I have so much more footage than I have put on this YouTube channel. So much more footage, especially of last year because I've been trying to catch up on all that. But even so, there's so much I'm like skipping over and footage I've been taking these months since I started reposting on YouTube. Things that I know are just not going to end up on the YouTube channel. So I'm going to go put it in the community. If you want to see those things, you want to go sign up for that. I'll be doing various events and other maybe live videos in there, topical things. So if you want more alpaca than what you see here, consider joining our YouTube community. So yeah, go check out that description. When the video is done, go check that out. So now I'm going to hop on over to, what I was going to show you in this video, which is winter chores. Winter chores. After 10 years of having alpacas, I have come to appreciate the seasons with alpacas. You got seasons of the calendar, the four seasons. We definitely get that here in Nebraska. We get all four, very distinct. But there's also that same cyclical flow for alpaca life. And today I'm going to show you part of winter, which is feeding them. And what I do is the deep bedding system in the winter where there's straw and hay on the floor of their barns. And then I also feed them alfalfa, which part of that might become bedding as well. But the reason I do that is because when they cush, I already explained that, didn't I? When they cush, they get like this that I showed you earlier. So that can happen inside the barns anywhere that they can all have a place to get warm and stay warm and not feel those drafts and winds and things. But as the winter goes on, that floor gets thicker and thicker and thicker. And the springtime, which is going to be later this month, April, we clean all that out. Then there's shearing. I typically have that in May. And then it's summer where I'm still cleaning up the barns. Let's say the longest chores happen in the winter with what I'm going to show you. The second longest is summer because I'm cleaning the poop out of the barns every day. And so the more easygoing seasons are going to be now, spring, and then in the fall. Spring, I think, is the easiest because I'm not cleaning out the barns and I'm actually weaning them off of the alfalfa. The boys are now fully weaned off alfalfa because their pasture greens up first. And they have been finding really nice stuff out in their pastures. It's hard to see now. It's still very yellow, dry. But there is some green out there. The girls' pasture is just now starting to get green. So they have begun to get weaned off the alfalfa as well. And once we clean out the barns, there is no more alfalfa because I'm not cleaning up that stuff. I'm just cleaning up the beans after that. Okay, so now let's go on over to winter chores. What'd you think about that? Yeah. Winter chores are the most taxing on my body. The times that I've cried over my alpaca life have been mostly in the winter when I'm like so tired, exhausted. Those times when I'm doing it by myself day after day after day after day. And before I had a tractor and things were just a lot harder. Yeah, those days when I cried over my alpaca life definitely had to do with winter chores. But all in all, you know, it's just a price you pay to have the life that you want. That's what I've chosen to do. Okay, time for the second announcement. Now, if you follow me on Instagram or Facebook, you've already seen this. But remember that I published the Discover Your Alpaca Life workbook back in January. It's an alpaca research workbook for those of you who are researching alpacas for yourself, trying to decide if it's really for you. And then if you say yes to the alpaca life, what are all the details of what your life will look like and how do you get ready for it? How do you choose what alpacas to buy and all the things that you need to take care of them? So the workbook is designed for you to have a guided experience of your research. I show you where to get information, a place for you to keep all that information together, you know, consolidate what you already know and guide you along the journey for you to decide, is this for you? And then if you say yes, you have a whole resource to help you decide where in the alpaca industry you want to be and to make really smart choices right up front, because I didn't. And, you know, if you don't have some help in your alpaca journey in the beginning, then yeah, you're going to make some choices that you otherwise wouldn't have if you had some guidance. And that's what I wanted this workbook to be. But what I've now done is added a community to it. I told you the Circle platform for the YouTube community. On the same platform, I now have a community dedicated to the Discover Your Alpaca Life workbook. So each week I will be giving tips on how to utilize the workbook, but also how to go and find the information that you're looking for. Stuff that's not in the workbook. This is just extra bonus stuff that is still in line with it to help you be successful in this journey. And of course, you'll have access to me. And when you purchase the workbook, you get 3 months free in that community. So a link to that is down in the description box. Thank you for joining me today. I really enjoy sharing my life with you all and the community that we have built here on YouTube. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, share it with those who love alpacas and would enjoy it as well. Leave me a comment. Tell me what you think about, I don't know, anything that I've shared today. And I will see you in the next video.